Hey everybody, Happy New Year! Welcome to 2021. If you just happened to stumble across the channel this morning, welcome aboard. My name's Mike. You have found Right Upside Video Adventures. Real quick, down and dirty, what I do here is I will throw all my camera equipment on this Yamaha FJ09, stick my drone in the givey bag on the back, and we will ride out somewhere and fly over some object that's out there of interest. There's a bunch of examples of that on the channel. If you want to go check them out, tear it up. I would love to have you along. Subscribe if you'd like. Hope you guys all had a good Christmas. I had a pretty decent Christmas. It worked out really well. We spent 2 weeks out there in Washington State, hanging out with family. It was a good time, actually. I had a lot of fun out there. I'd like to thank all of the family members who had dinners and lunches and little Christmas parties at their house. Darlene and I really appreciated that. It was a lot of fun. Thank you very much. I hope everybody got the presents they wanted. I got what I wanted. It's a new PS5. I didn't actually get it yet, but I'm getting it. They're tough to kind of come by. Probably realistically won't see it till March, but that's okay. I'll just have to suffer through with something else. I'm a bit of a closet gamer, I guess. Well, what we're going to do today is we're not going to take the bike out. We're not going to go for a ride. I'm not throwing the drone up in the air. All I'm going to do is stand here and chat a bit about the plans that we have, both short-term and some long-term plans that I actually have. In the short term, what I'm going to do is as soon as the weather breaks, it's kind of overcast today and ugly, and it's really only about 38, 39 degrees out there right now. A bit of a nipper. And so as soon as the weather breaks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go out and fly something that's in the local area. I'm going to kind of probably call it Bridges of Okaloosa County. And this area is made up of a lot of bays. From Pensacola, they got Pensacola Bay in front of that town. Over here to Panama City, you got St. Andrews Bay in front of that town. Right here in front of Fort Walton Beach, we've got the Choctawhatchee Bay. All of these bays have little inlets that lead out into the Gulf, but on the backside, they have rivers that feed into them, and some of those rivers go inland a long ways. Some of them hundreds of miles, and because they do that, the freeways and roads and railroads have to build bridges to traverse those rivers. Now the freeways that you drive your car across, those aren't really that exciting. It's just concrete and steel, and a lot of times you can't even see over the edges of those to see what the river looks like. The ones that would be of a little bit more interest would be the railroad bridges. And some of those railroad bridges are just a bit more difficult to get to. A couple of them, in fact, because I've researched where they are, a couple of them that I'm interested in flying, I'm going to have to take the bike off-road, kind of follow the railroad tracks a little ways and kind of ditch it in the woods, and then hike down to the river to throw the drone up and get the video of the bridge. And I think some of those are going to be really cool, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And I'm going to do that kind of as soon as we get some decent weather and it's not near freezing around here. Kind of on the longer term planning, what we have coming up in April, there'll probably be a few more videos that I do around here between now and April, but long term, we're going to head back into Europe. Darlene and I are going back over there, and what we plan on doing is visiting Italy again. We're going to fly a number of things over there, or we're going to visit a number of things, and I'm going to fly them as best I can. The first one is going to be Rome. I plan on doing the old Colosseum there. There's a park just across the street from it that I can put the drone up and get some pretty decent shots of the Colosseum from there. And then I want to fly the old city, the really old stuff. And there's a bit of a monstrous open area just adjacent to that I can fly over and get some pretty decent shots of the old city as well. So I'm kind of excited about that. Another place we're going is Florence. I plan on going into Florence. and I'm gonna fly over the Arno River that goes right through the middle of Florence, and a bridge that goes across the Arno River is called the Ponte Vecchio, and that is a very cool bridge. It's been there for literally hundreds and hundreds of years. It's been destroyed a couple of times. I think the one that's there now was probably built in the 10th or 11th century, and it's been there a long time. And I want to try to fly that. It's got a lot of buildings that are built right up on it. Most of those are jewelry stores if you've ever walked across the thing or ever been there. But I'm going to try to get as much video of that as I can. That'll be pretty cool. And I will do that from over top of the river. And something else that I can do from the river is I can turn my camera on the drone over the city and kind of get a video of the old church that's there. It's called the Duomo. It actually has an official name, and I can't think of that right now because it's kind of long. But I will post that, and you'll see it right here, or maybe down here. We'll see. I can get a pretty decent shot of that. That way you see what it looks like from the outside, but if you want to see what it looks like from the inside, my sister and I climbed that thing a couple of years back, and I made a video of that, and that's posted on the channel also. And then the last thing, or another thing that we're going to do while we're over there, is we're going to go out to the coast, the west coast of Italy, and I'm going to fly what they call the Amalfi Coast. We've got a boat pilot that is going to take Darlene and I and whatever guest we have. It's not going to be a big cruise. It's just going to be a very personal thing. It's just the family. And he's going to take us on a little tour up the coast, real close to the shoreline, and we're going to get some shots of these little fishing villages and towns that are they're just built right on the cliffs of this coastline, and they're just cool. They're so quaint and cool, and I want to get some videos of it. And I already asked the travel agent if she could contact the boat pilot and find out if he would let me fly off of that boat. And he came back with the affirmative. There were some stipulations, though. One, I had to download and read through the rules and regulations for flying in Italy. Two, I had to be responsible for my own video equipment. In other words, I guess if my drone goes in the drink, he's not paying for it. I wouldn't expect him to anyway. That's fine. And three, I need to be licensed. Well, up until just recently, I was considered a hobbyist or a recreational pilot, if you will. And then back in October-November timeframe, I started taking classes on all of the requirements needed to learn how to get a license to fly this thing. And on the 17th of November, I went over here to Eglin Air Force Base, and there's a flying club there that is associated with the Federal Aviation Administration, and they are authorized to give tests for them. And I went over there and set up a test, and I took it, and I passed it. And what the result of that was is this baby right here. This is my remote pilot certification. Officially, it's called my 107, Part 107 certification. So I'm a licensed drone pilot through the Federal Aviation Administration here in the United States. Very cool. I'm very excited about that. Let's see, what else? Okay, let's talk about some things that if you have ideas that you might want me to fly, I would be glad to do that. Just leave comments in the comment section, and I will see if it's legal for me to do that in the area. And if it is, I got no issues. I'll go out and throw those videos together for you. That'd be kind of cool. I would like that. Maybe things other than me always thinking of what to do. If you got something that you might be interested in, throw it up there, and I'll go out and see if I can fly it. Keep in mind, though, that we are in a flight test area from Panama City and Tyndall Air Force Base all the way down to Pensacola and Pensacola Naval Air Station. And all along here, for probably 100 miles of this coast, is nothing but flight test ranges. And everything in this area is either a bombing range or a simulated bombing range or explosive ordnance disposal depot right over here with the Navy. There's a lot of stuff that goes on around here, and I've already been in trouble once by the military police. And how did that go? If I recall, it was
What are you trying to get to?
I'm just out riding around.
Well, pay attention to signs, all right? That's a closed area. I could cite you.
That's exactly how it went. That was a great day, by golly. But anyway, if you can come up with something that you think you might want to see, I would be glad to go out and see if I can do it. If I can, I will. That would be very fun. I would enjoy the heck out of that. All right, so if you're a new subscriber, I appreciate you coming along. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. And for all of those who have been along for the whole ride, I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me. It's been a blast. We got a big year planned. Thanks for watching today. And as they would say in Italy, arrivederci.